Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Monday, May 29th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. If you are on vacation today, I hope you are enjoying some time off and getting to relax with your family. If you are working, I'm sorry, and I hope you have an upcoming bank holiday that you can enjoy very soon. On Mondays, we do Maseri Monday, where we talk about what the head of Instagram shared on his Ask Me Anything. So let's not waste any time and dive right into the questions. The first one, how do I get rid of shadow ban? If you're not familiar, being shadow banned is a term used when people do not feel that they are getting the reach that they should. For instance, they were reaching 1,000 likes before and now they're suddenly getting 50. And they think that they've done something wrong to warrant being shadow banned. Here's his answer.
Shadow banning isn't an official thing. It means different things to different people. But if you're worried you're not getting as much reach as you should, go check out account status. So go to profile settings, account status, and you can see have you had any content recently taken down? You can see the recommendability status. So is your account eligible to show up in places like Explore or the Reels tab? And also, is your account recommendable in places like accounts you should follow? And you can act on that content right there. So if we've made a mistake, you can appeal and let us know. And if there's something that you've posted that has put you in one of those states, you can see what that is and you can remove it to get out of one of those states.
There you go. Definitely check to make sure that your account is meeting all of the recommended community guidelines. That would be a key component. The next question is all about analytics. And I do really enjoy digging into analytics. I don't find that Instagram analytics are really all that helpful. To me, they're too vague to make any meaningful conclusions from, but that's just my experience. The question, what's most important to look at in insights? Here's the answer.
It's not follower count. I think people are way too focused on follower counts. If you've got lots of followers but nobody ever interacts with or sees your stuff, then it doesn't really matter very much. So I think reach is the most important thing, and be sure to take a look at how much of your reach is from accounts that follow you versus how much of your reach is from accounts that don't follow you. So it's through recommendations like the Reels tab or Explore, because that'll give you a sense of, do you have a very passionate follower base, or do you just tend to do particularly well in our recommendation surfaces? Because your content strategy might need to evolve based on that information.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. Why don't my Reels get as much engagement as my normal posts? I personally have not experienced that, but also I haven't done a normal post that's not a Reel in so long that maybe that's why I'm not sure. Anyway, here's his answer.
This is going to be different for everyone. For me, my Reels get more reach. For other people, their photos get more reach. We're trying to take a balanced approach and connect people with what they're interested in. When we look at things like rates, they're roughly the same on photos overall and Reels overall, which is an indication that we're in decent balance. But you got to figure out what your specific follower base is interested in, because every group of fans is different.
Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about if it's important to answer DMs or if you can just ignore them, and how to start making money on Instagram. So stick around.
This episode is brought to you by Michigan Economic Development Corporation. In Michigan, you can have both a rewarding career and a quality lifestyle, with plentiful career opportunities in world-changing, innovating industries, from electric vehicles to clean energy to biotech, with room for advancement no matter where you are in your career. Plus, Michigan offers a welcoming, beautiful, affordable, and inclusive community for all. Live your best life. You can in Michigan. Visit themichiganlife.org.
And we're back. Okay, let's continue with the questions. The first one, how do I start making money on Instagram? You know my answer. I've talked about this before. I'm a big fan of user-generated content. If you're not familiar, user-generated content is all about making videos or photos for brands to post on their page. It's the opposite of being an influencer. It doesn't matter if you have 10 followers or 10,000. You're making content so the brands have something to post on their page that's new and fresh and that their audience hasn't seen. Here's his answer for how to make money on Instagram.
The most common way to make money on Instagram is through branded content or brand deals, where you actually get paid by an advertiser, essentially off platform, to promote their content on platform. But if you're an expert in an area, I highly encourage you to check out subscriptions. I think it's a great way to use Instagram to generate interest in what you have to say and in your content, and then charge for exclusive access to your very best content. So I think that's pretty wild. We're going to continue to explore with performance-based incentives, which we call bonuses, with gifts, and with a variety of other ways to help creators make a living on Instagram. But the things I would really encourage is for broad, large accounts, branded content, for more niche expert type accounts, subscriptions.
Okay, next question. It's along similar lines. What's the future of the creator economy? What should creators start thinking about? As someone who lives in the United States and considers themselves a creator, the answer to that question is health insurance. You have to think about health insurance because healthcare in the United States is incredibly expensive. And if you are a creator on your own, you have to pay for your own health insurance. And that is very challenging. Unless you're in some kind of situation like you're under 26 and you live in your parents' house, or you live in a country that has nationalized healthcare. Both of those are awesome alternatives to having to provide for your own health insurance. And that is one of the main reasons that I think the creator economy long-term will not take off. That's just my opinion. Again, plenty of parts of the world have healthcare on a completely different system that is much better than, well, I'm not going to say better, different, I think better. I'm not going to get into it. It's too political, and I try to stay out of politics. Here's the answer to the question, what's the future of the creator economy?
I don't know if there's one single articulation of the future for the creator economy, but I do think creators are going to continue to become more sophisticated and diversify both their presence across multiple platforms, but also their business, so that not all of their revenue comes from just one work stream, but some creators sell merch, other creators promote content, other creators sell exclusive access to content, other creators might build NFTs. And so I do think you're going to see a growing number of small creators and niche creators find meaningful ways to reach a core audience that's passionate and then make a living based on those relationships. So shift from the biggest stars to a more broad range of niche interests, and shift from one platform to multiple platforms, and shift from one way to making money to multiple.
I look forward to seeing how any and all of that shakes out. Next question. Is answering DMs important for creators to grow? I mean, you could ignore DMs. You might grow without them potentially. I can't think that it takes that much time to answer DMs, but maybe you're just getting so many that you just don't have time to answer all of them.
Not in a direct way. It's not going to affect, for instance, your ranking in feed in a significant way. But I do think it's good to check out your DMs, see what your fans are saying, try to figure out what the feedback is, what's resonating, what's not. I try to get in there every couple of days. It can be a little intense sometimes. So if you're getting harassed, check out hidden words. Maybe don't spend that much time in requests. But if you're not, I think it's a good way to get a pulse on how people are feeling about what you're doing.
Okay, that's going to do it for today's show. There's more questions, but this show is getting very long. I used to try to keep it under the 3-minute mark, and now suddenly it's heading rapidly toward the 8 and 9-minute mark, so I really need to figure that out a little bit more. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back tomorrow for more technology or social media or other important news that you need to know about.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.